Alright folks, back with another review and thoughts. This one is a newer film. Well, it is a 2022 horror film, supernatural. And stars Scout Taylor, straight out of Compton, who from, Halloween remake, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, Feral, among other films that I can't remember. There was another one. I forget what it was called. Something Pleasant or 17 something. Or it had a number at the end. She played in that as well with, I believe, Tyler Maine. I forget what that's called. That's on the channel too. Yeah, this one. I mean, again, it's directed by Rich Ragsdale. I don't know what else he's done, but whoever the two writers of this film, I mean, it's a generic cult film where you have a boyfriend and girlfriend. Scout Taylor Compton's character Grace, she's trying to find her parents, pretty much. She's been looking for them for years, can't find them, so investigator leaves her a voicemail. Her and her boyfriend decide to go out to her childhood home, apparently in the South, and they owned a plantation, which and then stuff happens where a random cult, satanic cult, arrives at night because they want to fulfill this ancient prophecy of apocalyptic. They want to bring an end to the world and then make it reborn or whatever, I guess, with their evil snake god demon thing. And I guess they need a vessel. She's going to be the vessel, pretty much, so that's why stuff's happening. Anyway, this film, again, it's generic. It's nothing new, really, and it's even downbeat. It's gonna spoil this movie. It's even downbeat to where Scout Taylor Compton's character Grace, she gets possessed. Granted, she gets possessed throughout the movie, but she seems competent enough to be killing half of these cult members. But then, by the end, it's like, nope, you know what? Give in to your family heritage, because turns out, I guess her mom was part of this cult as well, and she was a vessel, so now she's going to... I didn't understand the whole thing of her family being... She's away from her... She can't find her family, her mom or dad, I guess, and then suddenly she's able to, find them. I guess they orchestrated this whole thing. What, they waited like 10 years or whatever? Or how many years for this to go on? For her to be the next vessel or something? Because I'm sitting here like wondering, wait, why did it take this long for them to... Well, she wasn't old enough, I guess, as a child to be the vessel for this demon or whatever. Her boyfriend Jack, I thought he was more of the smart one in this movie at first, because weird stuff's happening and he's ready to leave. She's like, but we can't leave. And then I love her one line when she's like, what about the phones? He's like, screw the phones, I'll buy you 10 phones. We're getting out of here. But I liked his character. I wish he would have survived. But then he dies because makes out with her, but then turns out the demon possessing her, of course. And I guess he doesn't know this, even though he's chained up, right there in front of seeing all this. She drinks, because in this movie does this weird thing where it does chapters. Like, chapter 1 is the invitation, chapter 2 is the seduction, chapter 3 is either encounter or something else. I think it's up to 6 or 7 chapters or whatever. But the final one I know is called Renewal. And, yeah, they basically explain what's going on by the end. And I love how, you know, throughout this house, they don't... they turn their backs in this one room where a cult member literally, just like 5 seconds ago, appeared out of nowhere and attacked both of you, and you kill one of them, and then you'd have your back turned again, only for another cult member to attack you, I guess, or something. I forget. I'm like, and you have a shotgun, and like, granted, there's supernatural stuff going on, so they pull like a Kylo Ren, the Force choke, and all that, and so it's like, I mean, guns aren't gonna really affect these people unless you're away from them and long enough for them to not do their Force powers, dark Jedi stuff. The acting in this from Scout Taylor Compton is fine. You know, she's never really bad in any of the films I've seen her in. Again, I liked her in Rob Zombie's Halloween, although I don't care for her Laurie Strode. I wish Rob would have not wrote that movie. I feel like he should have directed it, but not wrote it. Because he ruined, like, her character, and the dialogue in that movie is terrible. This one tries to have some humor with one character when they encounter this older guy at this house. Which that character could have been just... I guess he was just there for a body count. And this movie doesn't even really have a body count, because it's just... Really, it's only 3 people, normal people. And it's mostly down to 2 people. But if you were to cut out the older guy, like the guy that shows up, the movie wouldn't change anything, because he doesn't really affect the movie at all. If anything, you could just trim that section of the movie out and then continue on. But yeah, she like has these hallucinations, and again, it's not really a whole lot going on. Like, it's this cult, they stand outside with these. One of them looked like a KKK member. I'm like, all he needed was a white hoodie, and then, you know, it was all black. So I guess they got away with that because it's black, so it doesn't mean, you know. But whatever with that, and you know. Then the boyfriend, Jack, when she's like having these seizures and freaking out, he's just like beside himself, doesn't know what to do. At one point, she goes totally crazy on one cult member when she's like she goes Tommy Jarvis from Friday 4, when she's just hammering away at this cult member. And very primal, but very feral scene. I liked the scene, it was decent. But, yeah, this is all for nothing, because then, you know, I hate in movies where, like, the one character's like, go, I'll hold him off, and then, you know, it doesn't really mean anything, because then she just arrives back at the location anyway, so it's like, what was the use? And then he wasted his time, you know. I'm like, how do you know they're not just waiting for her out in the woods? I mean, they're all around the house. If you see it, they can teleport, apparently, because you get stabbed just randomly. And so yeah, this movie overall, it's shot well, it's not really shot bad. There's some interesting camera panning or following when I forget what they're called, those long shots when they're following somebody. I forget what they're called. They have one. There's a few scenes, or one scene when they first get to the house and they're doing like a following shot of the characters walking around the house, sort of like what James Wan does in some of his movies, that was a decent, some decent camera work. But yeah, the acting's fine. I will say, if anything, I can give the movie more praise for is the music, or the soundtrack anyway. At least some of the songs, like the song when they're driving to the plantation house. I like that song that they were playing. I forget what it's called, When I'm Dead or When I'm Gone or something. Those are the lyrics, but I like the song. But yeah, some of the music in this anyway is pretty good. I liked the acting's fine. But again, like this, it doesn't do anything different really. If anything, it's not a horrible movie, but it's just a time waster because like you're just really you're just sitting there watching this cult just stand outside, not really do anything, chant a few words through the phone or watching them through outside, and then they appear in the house at times. And it seems like they don't die because even when they get, I don't even know if the ones that they kill, if they're like the ones that the cult members that they attack or kill, I don't know if they even die really, because then it seems like there's more cult members outside so I don't know. I don't know if they just have some on standby, like you go stand over here and then I'll make you go teleport in there. But yeah, you find out her mom's in on it, and then she kills her mom, and then really the demon or demon god or whatever, serpent god, whatever that they were worshipping, it kills the mom, and then it kills its own cult. So I'm like, wow, you guys did all this for what? Because all she does is like I don't even know what she does to the mom really. Like, does she make her slit her throat with her fingers or nails or something? It's like, because then I guess she used the force, like just cracked her neck or something and makes her fall over. Then she pulls all she does is roar really loud like a siren at the cult, and then they all die, I guess, from sonic noises. Then she kills Jack, stabs him, and then she walks away off the property, and then it cuts to Long Night, and then it goes to song, and then it cuts to the credits. And I'm like, this movie sucks balls. It would have been cool if, I don't know, it would have been cool if, like, the Grace character, she finds out she's supposed to be a vessel for whatever, and she decides that that's supposed to be her family destiny or whatever, and she decides to turn her back on that and, try to fight off the cult or something, or kill all the cult members in like a cool fight scene or something, or just, gory scene. Nope, we don't get that. We just get her drinking the ritual blood because they're like, don't you want the world to be a better place or whatever? And she's like, yeah, don't you want it to be free from pain? I'm like, are you guys part of the Akatsuki? You guys watch Naruto Shippuden? You know the name, that name, Pain, the main leader. But I better watch that. But yeah, this is a lame cult movie. Even Hereditary, I wasn't a fan of at all. I called the twist with the family, with the grandma or the mom or whatever. But at least that, was sort of interesting. Granted, it has a downbeat ending as well, and that is dumb. And this one as well, so like, but yeah, the only things I praised for this, again, it's a 3.7 on IMDb. I think that's too high. People like this, that's cool. I don't. I don't get it. Watch any other cult, satanic cult film, or just watch any other home invasion cult thing or home invasion thing. Watch The Stranger. Although I would say watch The Stranger Pray at Night versus the first one. The first one characters are stupid. At least here, the boyfriend Jack, he's sort of smart where he does try to, you know, he gets a gun and looks for a gun and whatever, but then he dies. So that's who cares? Even if you're smart in some of these movies, you still die. Or we have leading characters that decide, oh, it's my family destiny to be this vessel for this cult demon thing. So I'm gonna just voluntarily, not even voluntarily, just nonchalantly drink the fluid that I need to do that, and then have a seizure, and then, you know, get possessed. Just dumb. Just dumb. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Give it a like, comment, subscribe, share. Later.